Hey class, this is Rebecca and I wanted to welcome you to week 8. We are almost done, can you believe it? Very, very close. This week we talk about advertisements. And what I'm going to focus on in seminar this week is this idea that advertisements needs to use fallacies in order to sell us on an idea or product. Now, in communication, going back to the early Greeks, there has been this theory, and I think it's a pretty good theory, that a good argument, a good way to convince somebody to make them identify with your needs, whether it's in the use of advertising or politics or news or any form of mass media whatsoever, you need 3 elements: pathos, emotion; ethos, character; and logos, logic. Now, the idea is that if you have a good argument that has a balance of these 3 elements, then chances are you're going to be able to persuade somebody to identify your cause with them. All right? Now, commercials, though, and ads in general, they have a very short period of time to convince us of anything, whether it's just even a one single print ad or a 30-second spot or a 15-second spot on TV or on radio. They have very little bit of time to convince us. So instead of giving us a balanced, good argument between the emotions, the character, and the logic, they give us an imbalanced argument using fallacy. Fallacy normally skews logic in order to emphasize either emotion or character or even both. So this week we're going to look at the different forms of fallacies of arguments and how they're actually applied to advertisements. Let me give you an example. The first one's going to be a false sense of appeal to character. So we often have famous people advertising for different products. One of my favorite ones right now is the Sarah McLachlan ads for animals, right? So here we have a famous person who is, with this sad music in the background, who is appealing to us through her character because she's a famous person. But is she really qualified to speak for animals? Maybe yes, but maybe no, because she is a performer. She is not a vet. She is not a politician. She is not somebody who has been known for years and years of her support of animals. She's not involved in PETA, in any of these organizations as a leadership role, so we have to actually question her authority. But because she's a famous person and a recognizable person, an ad agency is going to use that in order to convince us, the viewer, to give them money. Now, this is an interesting commercial because if you've seen these commercials with Sarah McLachlan, then you've also heard the music and seen the pictures in the background. Now, this is an appeal to pity, misericordium, where we are played upon in our emotions, and they're played upon so hard that we feel we need to give in order to feel a catharsis feeling and to feel better about ourselves. The commercials for Haiti right now, indeed the new version of We Are the World is using this form of appeal so that us as the audience, the only way we can feel catharsis is when we relate to other emotions, get rid of the negative emotions in order to bring back the good emotions. It's a term presented by Aristotle, actually. But these commercials, though, say you can get that catharsis feeling if you give us money, and here is the appeal to misery in order to make you do it. There are lots of other different kind of logical fallacies. There is the bandwagon fallacy, which is one of my favorites, which is, come on, join the band, be one of us. That's also ad popularum. If you want to be one of the popular people in the crowd, you're going to use this product. My favorite commercial for that is the Visa debit card dance. We'll see that in seminar tonight, but that's the one where everybody is at a cafe and they're paying for their food, and this line is going perfectly, synchronicity around as they buy products, they pay products, they grab a soda, they eat a sandwich, they walk out the door. It's wonderfully all linked up together, and then everything stops when this one man pays with cash. So the one man is the odd one out, right? The one we don't want to be, because he's the one that stops everything, right? So, but we can also see how bad logically this commercial is. I mean, when we consider our recession right now and how most of us are doing financially, it's probably a good idea not to use plastic at all. Even if it's a debit card, it's probably the smartest man in that commercial is the man using cash. So that's what we're going to look forward this week in seminar is the different fallacies and how different ads, and I've got some historical ads and some contemporary ads and some ads on YouTube that we'll look at. And we'll look at how these different fallacies work to sell us on a product and how well they do it. And that's it. Remember that one of the discussion posts this week, I believe, is on your final project, so don't forget to touch in on that every week. Next week I will not be here, and so there will not be seminar next week. Next week, which is going to be the first week of March, I am actually going to be in jury duty. So my presence will not be as strong as it normally is because I have to spend all day at jury duty. However, you will be able to email me, and in the evenings after I'm done with serving my service to the community, I will come back and answer any email questions and also try to make as many posts as I can. But there will not be seminar next week. I will, however, have a slideshow PowerPoint for you to view. I'll post it in the announcements, and I'll do a good announcement as well. And that's it. Have a great week. I'll see you later. Catch you on the bandwagon, people. Adios.